So after being hit with hypothyroidism in 1991, about 5 years after Chernobyl, and working outdoors all the time in the Pacific Ocean, I never really gave a thought to why I was diagnosed with this disorder. Anyway, they gave me nuclear medicine, so it was like ingesting a nuclear pill. The guy was in a lead suit, the pill was in a lead container, and I looked at him and said, "Hold on, you're all leaded up, and I'm supposed to eat this?" And he actually had the statement of, "Well, how old are you?" And I told him I was 30, and he's like, "Oh, well, you've lived half your life already." And I almost got out of the chair and walked out. I couldn't believe his response. So now he was telling me that I was only going to live another 30 years. Anyway, I did the process. I ended up being fined for 20 years. Then in 2011, in the summertime, again, I'm still working outdoors, and this happens to be maybe 4 months after Fukushima. My thyroid goes crazy again. And this time it was hypo, so it was the gland wasn't producing enough, whereas before it was producing too much. So I went through the process, blood tests, and then started taking the pill therapy of levothyroxine. So because this was the first time, even though I've had thyroid disease for over 20 years, the first time that I actually had to take a pill and had actually felt the impact of, okay, I got to take a pill every day for the rest of my life, I decided that I should investigate what is this pill and what is this treatment all about. Well, what I found out was not good. Not good at all. Not good for anybody who takes that drug, and not good for anybody who received the process I received, the radioactive iodine surgery. Basically, after I've done all my research now, when I look back, it was almost like in 1991, I was one of those thousands of tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of people that were becoming hyperthyroid and hypothyroid after this nuclear accident. But when I asked the doctor, he said, "Oh, we're not sure what causes it. It could be emotional shock." And I thought to myself, I thought, that's really gray, right? You don't have any ideas what's causing this. Well, I went and did a little research and I read up on it, and basically after Chernobyl, scientists released papers saying that they believed within 20 to 25 years there would be 250 million people on this planet with thyroid disorders because of the radioactive material released from Chernobyl that took about 4 or 5 years to cover our planet. So after I realized this, and I sit back and I look at it, to me, it's like, oh, he's got radiation, he's got damaged thyroid due to radiation, throw some more radiation at it. That's basically what they did. They, I, they took the gland away using radioactive material. So I've researched the side effects from this process, and basically my prognosis is not good. And that's when I came to the decision to do this campaign to raise the awareness about thyroid disease and what is the actual cause of uh, this mass illness that's covering our planet, and to figure out how and what I could do to actually stop this madness. So here I am. If you can give me your data, I will really appreciate it. If you can give me your data through my website, smartanimal.org, David versus Goliath, it'll be in a database. I don't want your personal information of where you live now. I don't need your street address. All I want is the city, the state, the country that you were diagnosed in, and the year you were diagnosed. That's the type of data I'm talking about. If you don't feel good giving it on the internet, I'll send you my phone number. I'll send you my land address. You can mail it to me. It's totally up to you. Now, the way lawsuits work in the U.S., you would have each state being individual, and if it went to the Supreme Court of the U.S., then the state people who contributed $500 would all be assimilated on the list as the top people because they're the ones who are funding the actual retainers for lawyers, legal work, papers, and supporting me during this process of assimilating the data. And, basically, we can make a difference. So let's do this and let's do it together.